Howdy, Travis from KnowHow here. Today I'm going to take you through the most advanced, in-depth tutorial we have ever given on Magic Search. By the end of this video, you are going to know how to wield the power of our incredible AI to answer employee questions to make sure your staff are working more competently and confidently out on the job site or in the office. Let's get started. All right, like I said, this is going to be an in-depth tutorial of Magic Search. We are going to show you just how to harness our AI, exactly what it can do, how it can answer questions, how it can tell your staff what they need to do next, as well as some advanced tutorials that we haven't published online up to this point on how to use advanced searching keyword features so you can find the exact process you're looking for. Let's dive in. So you can see here, I'm on a KnowHow hub, and up here at the top, this little search with Howie bar, this is your lifeline to our AI assistant, Howie. You know in Batman how he had that red telephone that Commissioner Gordon would call, and it was just that direct line to Batman? That is your direct line to the incredible power of our artificial intelligence. So let's just back up for a second here. You can see here we've got hundreds and hundreds of processes in our hub that if I was trying to find any specific process in order to get the information I needed, it might take a little bit of time. But the way that our AI works is how it reads all of those processes and absorbs the information inside those processes. So when you have a question, he doesn't just link you to the process and say, go find the answer here. He's read everything so he can give you the answer himself. Same, if you use our Magic Docs feature, you can just upload massive 60, 70, 100 page PDFs, and Howie doesn't just link to it and say, oh, the answer is in there somewhere. He has read the entire document and then gives you the information that you're looking for yourself. Let me show you exactly how it works. Say, for example, this is one of my favorite examples. Say, for example, you have to dry out a basement and you don't know how many air movers you need to dry out that basement. You were told at some point in the past the ratio of air movers to square feet, but you forget. Not uncommon. You would just ask Howie the same question you might ask your manager. Something like, how many air movers do I need for 600 square feet? Again, Howie's not just going to link you to a process. Instead, he finds the process and then found the information within it and tells you this. Hey, Travis, for a 600 square foot area, you would typically need 8 to 12 air movers based on the guidelines. This is based on one air mover for every 50 to 70 square feet. Links you to this process where you can get all of that information firsthand. You can see the information right here. Use one air mover for 50 to 70 square feet. Again, how much time did that save? I wasn't looking through all these different processes trying to find the right answer. I didn't interrupt anyone. I just asked Howie the same question I might ask my supervisor, and he gave me that answer. All right, let's get a little harder. In this case, I am in New York, and I want to know how long an asbestos handling license is valid for. Now, this is not information contained in the step-by-step process, but I was supplied with a 124-page PDF from the state of New York. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to ask that same question that I might ask anyone else in the office. How long is an asbestos handling license valid for in New York? Oh, maybe I'll even spell it wrong just for fun. On purpose, of course. You can see the answer is right there in front of us. Hey, Travis, an asbestos handling license in New York is valid for a period of 1 year from the date of issuance. Links me to the document so I can check my sources. And in this case, I can ask specific questions of this document to Howie as well. It gives me all the information here. In this case, I've already asked, hey, how long is an asbestos handling license valid for? Takes me to the specific page where I can see it firsthand. You can see point number 7, valid for a period of 1 year from the date of issuance. Incredible. Let's say, for example, I'm about to leave on a job site to remove some baseboard, and I want to make sure that I don't get all the way to the job site and forget an important tool. I'm certain this has never happened to anyone before, but just in case it has, I could just ask Howie, what tools do I need to remove baseboard? I was going to find the process, remove baseboard and trim, and tell me, hey Travis, to remove baseboard, you'll need these tools such as a razor blade knife, thin putty knife, hammer, pry bar, and wood block. I can click into the process here, and it's going to show me exactly where he got all that information with some handy photos as well. Incredible. That just saved me a trip back to the warehouse to pick up the tools that I forgot. Awesome. Thank you, Howard. All right, one last demo I want to show for you, because not only can Howie give you specific information, because we're feeding them step-by-step processes, hey, do this, then that, then that, then that. If an employee has just completed a task and they don't know what to do next, Howie can help out with that as well, because Howie knows what to do next. Let's say, for example, I just completed a moisture meter reading on a water loss, and I just don't know what I'm supposed to do after this. I can just ask. I just completed a moisture meter reading on a water loss. What do I do next? Oh, perfect. Okay, found a process on completing moisture readings. Nice. Hey, Travis, after completing the moisture readings, you should analyze the data, look for patterns or areas needing further attention, determine next steps based on moisture levels. Perfect. Why don't I click into this process just to make sure? Step by step, all the information's here. Begin the readings, record the readings. There it is. Analyze the data, take additional readings. If necessary, determine next steps. All the information's right here in front of me. Howie not only told me what I needed to know, Howie told me what I need to do next. So as you can see, Howie does an incredible job taking just natural language questions that we might ask our boss or our supervisor, maybe half a dozen times in a day, questions we might have, and he intercepts those and he gives employees the answers they need based on your SOPs, your PDFs that you've uploaded. But there's a lot more that Howie can do because we've got some advanced search features as well. All right, so let's say, for example, I'm not looking for a specific answer to a question. I am just starting to use CoreLogic's mobile claims service, and I just want to get acquainted with the software a little bit better than I am so far. Well, I can just search for mobile claims, but because mobile claims is somewhat of like just two English words together, sometimes Howie might know exactly what I'm looking for, other times he might not. So what I can do is use a feature called Exact Match. Up here where it says Magic Search, I'm just going to click to toggle onto Exact Match. Now it's only going to search for processes that have those two words together, mobile claims, either in the title or the description. You can see my list has narrowed down incredibly, and now I can just browse through all these mobile claims processes and get more up to speed on how to use the software correctly. But let's go even more advanced. Let's say I'm using mobile claims and I am completing an estimate and I want to change the shape orientation on my estimate. All right, so there's a few different ways I could find this process, but if I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, it might take a little while. So the way it works is if I know, hey, I'm using CoreLogic, so this is hashtag CoreLogic, and you can see here we've got tons of tags. Your hub will have different tags depending on the content in your hub. But in this case, this is CoreLogic. So I'm going to find a CoreLogic tag here. This is going to show me every process that has CoreLogic in the tag. But I can search even further. So now I can search, I wanted to learn how to change the shape. I can just search change shape. And this is only going to show me processes that have the word change shape within the tag CoreLogic. So if I have other softwares that also talk about changing shape, those are not going to be here because it's only CoreLogic processes that talk about changing shape. And you can see here, perfect. Didn't take me very long. This one, change shape orientation, is the exact process I was looking for in CoreLogic. Super helpful to either answer broad questions or find very, very specific processes in order to get the information that I need. All right, last up, there's one last killer feature I have to show you. If you didn't already know about it in KnowHow, holy smokes, did people love it. All right, so I've shown you all the power of Magic Search, and it's pretty incredible, but I've only shown you it in English. You may or may not know this, but all the power of Magic Search that I just showed you is available in French and in Spanish as well. So you'll know, again, look, we had hundreds and hundreds of processes that were all written in English. And as soon as I switched into Spanish, all of these processes now switched into Spanish as well. You could write your own process in English And if an employee set their language preference to Spanish, they would see that same process in Spanish. But it gets even better, because if an employee has a question in Spanish, they can ask Howie. And what Howie will do will read the question in Spanish, translate it into English, find the answer in the process that was created in English, and then translate that answer back into Spanish and give it to your staff, all in seconds. Let me show you exactly how it works. So let's say I am a Spanish-speaking employee and I want to do the same thing. I wanted to find out what tools I need to remove baseboard. But I wouldn't say that in English. Obviously, I would say it in Spanish. So in this case, I'll ask in Spanish, ¿Qué herramientas necesito para quitar el rodapié? Perfect. You can see that it brought up the exact same process and is giving me all the tools that I need, but this time in Spanish. If I click in here, it's going to show me the same process with the same images, except you can see it's all in Spanish here. Incredible. Magic Search has absolutely transformed how managers equip their staff with the information they need to do their jobs well. Because of Magic Search, restorers all across North America are working more competently and confidently than ever before. For more tips and tricks on how you can make the most of Magic Search and the rest of KnowHow, you know what to do. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and head to tryknowhow.com. Thanks.